Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Fro Anime Podcast, your one-stop shop for news on anime, games, and great straight-up discussions. I'm your host, Dallas, and let's get right into this. Irregular Magic High School Season 2 has been confirmed. That was Studio Madhouse's anime that aired in April of 2014. However, Studio Madhouse will no longer be animating this. It'll be animated by Studio 8-Bit instead, and it will adapt the Visitor arc of volumes 9 through 11. The original anime did pretty well. I watched it on Netflix like a year ago. I was pretty excited for it, and then it just ended out of nowhere. So I'm pretty excited that it's getting a second season. There was a movie that aired in 2017. It did reasonably well. I thought it did, at least. This season 2 of Irregular Magic High School will air in July of this year. Speaking of second seasons, World Trigger, Toei Animation's anime that aired a little while back, will also be getting a second season. There's not really much to go off of right now. We just know that it will continue to see the Mikumo unit fight their way to the A ranks and move up through that while there's a war brewing in the other dimension. So moving right along, Black Arrow, a new project between Kazuki Nakashima and Goro Taniguchi, which is the head writer of Kill la Kill and the director of Code Geass respectively, will be collaborating on this Black Arrow project. It's an original anime that will air sometime in the near future, and there's a teaser trailer going around right now that features Kaji Yuki, the voice actor of Todoroki in My Hero Academia's sub. And it has been confirmed that Kaji Yuki will be playing a main character in this new anime, as well as narrate the teaser trailer for it. So you guys can go ahead and check that out, and that's all the news we have for today. Next up is This Week I Watched, a segment where I'll talk about anime I'm watching currently, or something I've seen recently, or even something I've seen a while ago, but I just wanted to suggest it to you guys that I thought was either good or maybe avoided, just my critiques and opinions on it. So first up, we have the anime Watashi No Dokage wa Haikenchi Dete Ita Yone. That's a mouthful to say, but it roughly translates to "Didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life?" So I'll read you guys a synopsis and then give you my opinion on the anime so far. Having stood out from others most of her life due to her exceptional character, Masato Kurihara has lived without neither the joy of having close friends nor the experience of having a regular life. However, after a sudden death, she transported to a divine realm to be reincarnated and granted one wish to top it off. Thinking about the ordinary life that she had always wanted, she wished to be born as a normal person with abilities that are average for the world she will resurrect in. Reborn as Adele von Asham, the daughter of a noble, she possesses magic powers completely exceeding what one would label average. Still desiring to carry out the life she always wanted, she leaves her home and enrolls at a hunter school in a faraway kingdom using the alias Mile. However, try as she might to hide her overpowering potential, attaining her goal will be difficult, especially when facing against the crazy situations that ensue. So, the couple things that I liked about the anime were like the fourth wall breaks. Immediately once the anime opens up, you get the character breaking the fourth wall, telling us, "Oh, I'm in an isekai now." She's very aware of the fact that isekai is a genre and that she's been thrown into this situation, and she uses that a lot for like pop culture references and things. Like no spoilers, but there's one episode where like she realizes she's kind of bored, she's not doing anything, so she starts making those Funko Pop dolls basically. Other things I like about it are the art style. Art style is real like it's real soft art style. It's not like really heavy or realistic looking or anything like that, like other anime like Isekai Cheat Magician or anything like that. It's got a real soft feel to it. The story, I'm kind of iffy on the story. It's not too great in my opinion. It kind of just, it's there to move the characters along basically. Other than that, everything else is kind kind of meh. The dub actually is really good too. I watched the first 4 episodes subbed, and then after that I realized there was a dub, and I was like, okay, let me give the dub a try. I watched like episodes 4 through 7 of the dub and realized I like the dub a lot more. That's just me personally. I'm a sub guy, but I do like the dub in this anime a lot. After that, I went back to the sub to finish the series out because the dub wasn't caught up yet. So the dub is pretty good if you're into the dubs of animes. A couple things I don't like about this anime were the redundant jokes. Whenever Mao-chan does or says something that's not of the world she's in, she's reincarnated into like a regular isekai, generic isekai world, like medieval fantasy type world. But she says things, or she'll do something that doesn't exist in that world. Like she'll talk about a TV show or things like that. And whenever a character asks her, "Oh, where'd you get that idea?" or "What are you doing?" she'll say, "Oh, it's a secret family technique." And like the first couple times it was funny, but after a while the joke kind of got stale. I wish they would have changed it up or added some other funnier fourth wall break excuses or something like that. The character archetypes are really bland in my opinion. They're your generic archetypes. You got your tomboyish girl, you got the healer girl who's really nice but has that stern look that everyone's scared of, your generic tsundere girl, and then you have Mao-chan, the protagonist, who kind of feels like just your really happy girl. They're really generic archetypes for the characters. The score is a little forgettable. I didn't really like the original soundtrack at all. The intro music was okay. I skipped it for the most part. I don't remember any of the music from like when they're battling or any of the nonchalant music or anything like that. And the animation, in my opinion, it could use some work. So overall, I will watch it. If you like the comedy aside from like a couple redundant jokes and the pop culture references, I definitely give it a watch. You can go ahead and watch it over at Crunchyroll. I don't think it's available anywhere else. So yeah, that's my verdict, and that's what I watched this week. Okay, so subject matter. The topic of the week this week is me, actually. So I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of background about me, since I am your host and this is the first episode, just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So my name is Dallas. I've been watching anime for about 16 years now. I watch everything from shonen to shoujo to isekai to slice of life and everything in between. I usually try to watch a new anime every weekend. Sometimes I watch 2 or 3, to be honest. I consider myself a black anime nerd, and I absolutely love anime and Japanese culture outside of anime as well. One day I do wish to go to Japan and experience that culture for myself. I know it's not going to be exactly like anime or anything like that, but I still want to go and experience the culture that birthed the thing that I love so much. Aside from anime, I do also play video games and stuff. I play things like Tekken and Call of Duty, and of course anime games, which you'll probably hear more about as you listen to this podcast. I'll probably talk about those a little bit more too. One day I'll probably start streaming or make a YouTube channel or something. So I really do appreciate you guys for making it to the end of this podcast. Thank you for tuning in for the first episode. I hope to see you guys next week. You can follow me on social media at the Fro Anime Podcast. That's on Twitter and Instagram. I don't have a Facebook yet. I'll probably make one soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you guys again next week.